Ganesh B. Aglave, working as an assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In this session, we will see the constructional details of internal combustion engine. Learning outcome. At the end of this session, students will be able to draw different parts of the IC engine, that is constructional details of the internal combustion. So, in IC engine called internal combustion engine. So, why it is called IC engine? As the combustion of fuel and air is taking place inside the cylinder, which is the enclosure. That is why this type of the engines are called IC engines. So, we will see now constructional details of the IC engine. In the IC engine, this is the cylinder. This is the cylinder in which two holes are made on the top side. One hole is used for suction valve, second hole is for discharge valve. The piston is placed, the type of the fit between the piston and cylinder is clearance type of the fit, and what is done, the piston rings are used. So, this top piston ring is called compression ring, whereas the bottom two rings will serve as a oil ring. Now, this piston is connected to this crankshaft, So, this is a crankshaft by means of connecting rod. So, in the piston there will be gudgeon pin. So, smaller end of the connecting rod is assembled to the piston, and this is the bigger end which will be in contact with the crank, So, this will be the crank, and this is the counterbalancing weight. Now, this is the turning pair. This is also turning pair, and the crank, this one is a crank which rotates in clockwise direction. It rotates in the clockwise direction. Now, to have a proper lubrication, the oil is collected in the crankcase. So, this is the crankcase, this one is the crankcase. It is called crankcase. Here, through one hole, we could pour the oil. So, this is the oil, and by means of piping, and this oil pump will pressurize this oil, and at different turning pairs we could lubricate this. Now, through the inlet valve, depending upon the type of the engine that we have seen in the classification of the engines, either air only or air plus fuel enters during the suction stroke, as piston will move from this, suppose this is the TDC to BDC, because what is happening, the piston is reciprocating between this stroke, okay, is reciprocating. The part which connects the air filter to the cylinder is called intake manifold, and the part through which the combustion gases are released into the atmosphere is called exhaust manifold. This is the exhaust manifold. Now, as combustion is taking place inside the cylinder, there is very high temperature. At that temperature, these parts can't function properly, they deteriorate. So to maintain the temperature of all these parts at designed temperature, so cooling is required. For the cooling, the coolant needs to be circulated through these jackets. So in technical language, these jackets are called water jackets. So here near to these walls also there are water jackets. To cool the walls also we are going to design, we are going to incorporate these water jackets, and these are surrounded by the wall thickness, cylinder wall thickness. So this is for cooling purpose. So we could show here the section lines for the material, as this is nothing but the cylinder wall. This is the cylinder wall, and these are the water jacket, and this is your crankcase. Okay, then the upper portion of the cylinder is called cylinder head. So this portion is called cylinder head. Now the wall actuation mechanism is incorporated in the cylinder head. Okay, and by means of a stud, the cylinder head is fixed to the cylinder block. So this is the cylinder block. For lubrication, for cooling purpose, okay, there will be separate tank which stores the coolant. Nowadays, instead of using 100% water, what we are doing, 50% the coolant and 50% water, that mixture is stored in this coolant, and by means of piping we can circulate that coolant through these water jackets. That is a cooling circuit for the engine. Now in the constructional details, this part, as I took the name, is the connecting rod. Okay, and this is the gudgeon pin, and these are the piston rings. Now as I have shown here the valves, that's why this is nothing but a 4-stroke engine. You can use this 4-stroke engine for petrol as well as for diesel. And as we are going to show in the wall timing diagram, so what is done, the angle of this crankshaft is considered. Suppose the crankshaft is completing 1 revolution. Okay, so this is the vertical reference line, this is the 0 degree. So we require to mark somewhere here one line on this crankshaft. You consider this as a 0 degree. Okay, so at a 0 degree, suppose the inlet valve open, so piston moves from TDC to BDC. That stroke is called suction stroke. During the suction stroke, air or air plus petrol for SI engine is inhaled inside the cylinder. So this point, A point, represents inlet valve opening, and it gets closed at point number B. Okay, see how we are showing the wall timing diagram with respect to crankshaft. This is your crankshaft. Then after the suction stroke, there is compression. So during the compression, your inlet valve, exhaust valve, both valves remains closed, and piston moves from BDC to TDC. So this is your compression stroke. This is the compression stroke. At the end of the compression stroke, piston is at TDC. So depending upon type of the engine, either there will be spark for the SI engine, and in the case of the CI engine, as the diesel has its auto ignition property, on its own it is going to burn. So for SI engine, I could call this as the sparking. Spark plug actuate the spark, and combustion starts. So next stroke undergoes, that is called power stroke or expansion stroke. Okay, to get this power stroke we are going to design the engine. Then power stroke ends at, suppose, at this point number C. Okay, during this power stroke, piston will move from TDC to BDC, and the last stroke is now is the exhaust stroke. Exhaust stroke, here at point number C, the exhaust valve gets opened, and the piston is going to push the combustion gases out of the cylinder. This process is called the scavenging process. Okay, so this is your exhaust stroke, and it ends at this point, means at point number D there will be closure of exhaust valve. Now the mechanism will be there which will be pushing and will be pushing these valves, okay, by means of belt crank lever, and by some proper mechanism on the right hand side of this crankshaft there will be gear, and by means of this chain we could rotate the camshaft. Okay, so that is there. So this is all about the constructional details of a typical 4-stroke engine. For more information you can go through the fundamentals of for more information you can refer Internal Combustion Engines by H.N. Gupta. Thank you.